Hey guys, we're the Collinges. Today, I wanted to go through some of the gear that Clifford and I took on our backpacking trip. I really hope you've enjoyed going along with us on that trip. It was a lot of fun. So today I just want to go over some of the gear that we brought, some of the things that I feel are necessary to bring on a backpacking trip. This is just the way that I do it. Everybody does it differently. I just wanted to share my ideas, my process, a few of the things that we've gotten, and some things that worked, some things that didn't. But before I get into it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, hit the post notifications. Let's go.
When our daughter was born, she surprised us with her Down syndrome diagnosis.
And at that time, we had no idea what our lives would look like.
But we quickly discovered extra needs bring extra joy.
Through the good times and the bad,
in the adventure and the routine,
we're learning to live this life to the fullest.
With a little extra.
All my camping gear. First thing I want to talk about is the tent. It was really easy to set up. This is an awesome tent. I actually got this on Amazon. This is an ultralight tent. There's no poles in this, which is the thing that I really liked about it. You use your trekking poles. Two-person tent, River Country Products, A-frame style. I really like that classic A-frame style. It was only 50 bucks, $52 or something like that. The tent was a win. I love that tent. So I've never really hiked with trekking poles until this last trip, but I got them because of the tent. So got these trekking poles on Amazon as well. I think you can pick up a set of trekking poles for fairly cheap. These ones were definitely budget, and they held up great. They're really good. I have no problem with them at all. So next thing is our sleeping systems. My old gear was too old to bring. I picked up 2 sleeping bags on Amazon. Same bag, different colors. The company we found on Amazon, I want to say it's called Zubelieves, but these are down bags. They're not synthetic inside, but they worked really well. The sleeping bag was definitely the good part of our sleeping systems. If you do have a bag that's down, you don't want to store it in your compression sack. You want to store it. I hang these up in my closet. So here's mine, here's Clifford's. They're not necessarily for cold weather. I think the comfort rating goes down to about 40 degrees or so. So anything colder than 40 degrees, you'll want to either bring something extra or just a colder bag. My pad is from the same company, Zubelieves. This was, again, a really cost-effective pad. And the thing that I liked about this was that it had an R rating, I believe, of like 3, which is really good. An R rating basically tells you how warm the pad will keep you, because the ground gets super cold, so you need some insulation between you and the ground. Although they did build in this little like foot pump that really doesn't work at all, so I just blow it up by mouth. There's little valves on it and everything like that. I like the pad. Hopefully next time I'll sleep a little better on it. Clifford's pad I actually got for him at Costco a while back. It's from this company, Cascade Mountain Tech. His pad came with its own little pillow, but the pillow was super uncomfortable. When you blow it up, it's just kind of like sleeping on a rock. So I ended up giving him my backpacking pillow. I've had it since I was a kid. It's a Slumberjack little pillow that scrunches up really, really small. I just stuff it in my pack like this. There's not a lot to it, so I usually put some clothes or something underneath and then this on top, and that tends to work pretty good. That's pretty comfortable. It feels like a pillow from home. I got this little backpack, and super lightweight. I put my clothes in this and I use this as my pillow. I was gonna use this and then that pillow on top, but Clifford really didn't like his inflatable pillow. So I gave him that pillow and I just used this, and it worked well. It actually is kind of cool because it's like a little backpack that you can fill with clothes, and it's soft and it's comfortable like a pillow. Super lightweight. It packs down into this little bag. It's like something you keep in your pocket almost. A few other things that we had in camp that I really enjoyed were our chairs. We borrowed those chairs. I've never carried a chair with me backpacking. That was the first time, and now they make those chairs that are super lightweight. Those things barely added any weight to my pack. And it was great to have a chair in camp to sit on. The other thing that I thought was gonna be overkill but ended up being great was my hammock. I threw it in my pack last minute, like, I'll bring the hammock, why not? I knew there was gonna be trees at camp. It sets up super easy, put it in the tree. Clifford didn't get out of the thing. Something I thought would add a little bit of weight to my pack that I wasn't really excited about carrying, and it turned out to really work well. It's something I definitely will bring again. And bonus, it now officially has Clifford nosebleed stains on it for stories for the future. Okay, now I'll show you our packs. So we got Clifford his first backpack. It's a Deuter, one of the few really nice kids backpacks. It was over $100. Some of them I looked at were under. I wasn't too sure about it. I went with the better one just because I knew I didn't want to skimp on this piece of equipment. And it turned out to be a great pack. I really like this company. I'm gonna consider getting one in the future. I really like this pack. He liked it a lot. Really light. It's got this like rigid, probably some sort of plastic frame here. Then the padding and everything like that keeps it very rigid, forms to your back. Good pack altogether. My pack I've had for quite a while is a low Alpine. I had a Gregory, which was a really nice pack, but it was not adjustable and I got it a little bit too big for me. So when I got this pack given to me, I was able to give that pack to my good friend Fred. This is a great pack. I've had it for years. Seems like it's getting a little tacky. It's just a little bit old, but one thing that I really like about it, it's got these little loops right here. So while I was hiking, I took a carabiner and I've got this little loop that comes out of my tripod mount for my camera, and I just clipped it right there, and I never had to take it off. I took it off a few times at first, and then I realized I could just lift it from there and take pictures and video. So it worked really well. I'm really stoked on that. On the camera note, one thing that I was really surprised by on this trip that I brought was this little fanny pack. It's a Tamrac fanny pack that, again, I've had this for years. I got it and it never really served a purpose for me, but I brought it because I had my GoPro and I had my vlogger and I needed something to carry those around in. I strapped it up about midway when I was backpacking, and then the thing that surprised me that I really like, I'm gonna start carrying this now all the time, was when Clifford and I were running around, threw it around my shoulder like this. I had my GoPro and my vlogger, and then I took my camera and I just clipped my camera into it, and it was like, boom, free to go. Running around, having fun. Could snap pictures, video without taking that off of there. And then I also have access to my vlogger, my GoPro, extra battery, everything I need right in there. So I'm gonna start carrying this thing around. I think I'm gonna test it out this weekend. Super light, didn't really add any weight at all. I didn't notice it while I was hiking, and it was just a great little extra pouch to have right here. I guess the next thing would be a couple essentials. I got these 3 bags at Walmart, under $10 for a pack of 3 bags. Apparently they're waterproof. I kind of believe that because you fill them up with air and they stay filled. You can't like squeeze the air out. They're just roll tops, color coded. I got the blue one for my water system, which I shared with you in the video, is the Sawyer Mini with the bag. Worked really well. I know a lot of people are kind of have mixed emotions about the Mini. They all like the Sawyer Squeeze. I had no problem with it. It was great. It worked really well. I could use a bigger bag, but other than that, I had no problem with it at all. And apparently it'll last forever. I used the biggest bag for my food. I don't have a bear canister or a bear bag or anything like that because we don't really have a whole lot of bears around here. If I go to the Sierras, I'm gonna look into something like that. But this big old bag here, yeah, it worked well. I wasn't able to use this. This is my little coffee filter because Jill got me that awesome little, I think the company's called Kuju. That coffee was excellent, by the way. I really liked that. All the food on this trip was freeze-dried, just add water. The stove we borrowed, it's a jet boil style stove. I was really impressed with that stove. Boiled water literally in like under a minute. Super easy, push button ignition. So knowing that we were gonna be eating those pouch meals, just the freeze-dried ones, you add water, eat them out of the pouch. The only cookware that I brought, aside from the canister that comes on the stove, were these 2 enamel mugs that we've got here. We just took a carabiner, put it on the outside of our pack. Mine is this Field and Stream one that I got a while back. Vintage, pretty cool. Super lightweight, these things, they're really lightweight. The other thing that I brought is my Sierra cup. I got this thing in Bishop when I was a kid, and I've taken it on almost every backpacking trip I've ever gone on. You could cook on it, cook with it, have coffee, whatever. These are awesome. It's a little heavy for like ultralight backpacking, but whatever. It works for me. Utensils, we got Clifford this one at REI. It was only like $2, I think, $2 or $3, and it worked great. Spork. Mine is this, and it's got a spoon, it's got a fork, they come apart. It's a little heavy for like ultralight backpacking. Again, I wasn't too worried about that. It's also got a little knife on it. It's like a butter knife, and it's got a bottle opener, corkscrew, those kind of things. That's all we brought for our cookware. In my red bag, this is kind of like my essentials. I've got my first aid kits in here, and then I got like toilet paper, a couple extra Ziploc bags, and then I got a couple like little rain jacket poncho things, and an emergency blanket. So that's my essentials kit here. I would like to get a better first aid kit in the future. This one I just put together myself. Luckily, we didn't need to use it at all on this trip. Other thing I carry with me backpacking is a chamois, just in case. Usually I don't need to use it, but I carry it with me anyway. I always carry a knife with me. This knife was actually given to us at church. The owner of Cold Steel goes to our church, and he handed these out last Father's Day. I love this knife. It's actually really cool. I've got the straight blade in it. It's a fixed blade, but these pop out. It's super lightweight. It's got 2 extra blades, a straight blade that's serrated, a curved blade. Super lightweight. I didn't need to use it for anything, but I always carry a knife anyway. A couple of headlamps for light. Always need those. I use headlamps at work a lot, so these are just a couple of my work headlamps. I just threw them in the pack, made sure they had batteries. Those were great. The last thing really that I've got is water bottles. So my everyday water bottle is this Clean Canteen. I got all my stickers on. I've had this thing for a long time. It's all dinged up. This is my everyday water bottle. It's heavy. If it broke, I would be kind of bummed. At this point, it's a little bit like sentimental. So in my research, I noticed that a lot of people, especially ultralight backpackers, just carry these Life Water or Smart Water bottles. It's such a good idea. These things are killer. They slide down in your pocket, the back pocket of your backpack really easily. The Sawyer screws onto the top if you want to just fill this up in the stream and drink right out of it. And then if you break it, if you lose it, if something happens, no worries. It was like $1.50. I got 2 of these for $3. If we go on a longer trip, I'll get 2 each. And then if you ruin one, oh well, you just go get another one. So this was an awesome tip. I definitely recommend that. This is actually water we brought back that we've had in the fridge. It's really like the best water. There's not very much that I wouldn't take next time. I don't think that there's anything that extra that I would bring the next time either. So for now, I'm gonna keep pretty much exactly what we have for our next trip. The thing that we will be working on is our pillows. We're gonna do some shopping. There's some sleep systems that I think are really awesome that I would really like to get, but they're just very pricey, and at this point in life, with all the kids and our house and everything we have going on, I mean, we live in California, we can't afford very much at all. Maybe later in life we'll upgrade our sleep systems, things like that. For now, I think we'll just add little pieces. The pillows are gonna be a definite upgrade. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed me going through all of the equipment that we took. I hope you enjoyed coming backpacking with us. We really look forward to bringing you along next time. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit those post notifications. Also, share our content freely with everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Peace. Here's our dinner. Backpacker's Pantry, 3 cheese mac and cheese. What do you think, dude? Are you stoked for this?
I don't know about what 2 cheeses there are, but